And your subconscious mind gets programmed, and the way that it gets programmed by the suggestions that you offer it. And your suggestions that you offer it, when they have feelings attached to it, like you're feeling it in your body, instantly you go into the manifestation process and you will create more of it. So now what you want to do, spend the last 5 minutes of your day before you go into your subconscious mind, going over all of the things that you have placed into your imagination in the very first of these principles. You begin to say, I am well, I am content, I am perfect health. I've been saying it, and as a result of saying it, someone went down to John of God in Brazil. He came up to New York. I just spent 3 days with him. Had the most incredible, remarkable, loving experience I think I've ever had in my life. Have never felt stronger, feel better. And when my kids would send me information about chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and that it's not curable, and you have to be careful, and I just right into the trash. This is so great. I love that iPad. Because I don't care what the numbers say. I don't care what my senses tell me. I don't live by my senses because my senses convince me that everything that I'm experiencing within is real, but it's not. William Blake said, to see the world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower, to hold eternity in the palm of your hand and infinity in an hour, we are all led to believe a lie. When we see with, not through the eye, which was born in a night to perish in a night, while the soul slept in beams of light. The imagination. You place into your imagination whatever it is, and this is what I believe Anita experienced when she was in her near-death experience. And she says to me with all great authenticity, and she did a session with me yesterday where she goes back into that near-death experience state and literally hypnotized me and told me when I come out, all anxiousness will be gone and I will feel joy. And I just feel so damn joyful since that happened yesterday. It's miraculous because there are other parts of her purpose as well. And one of them was to find a teacher who has a voice in this world. You know, each and every one of us has two voices that we always hear. There's the ego, and there's the voice of spirit. There's a guy named Watkins who was put out on the internet, the 100 most spiritually influential people alive.
I've seen that.
Okay, you can Google it. And I'm on that list. Not only am I on this list, but I'm number 3. The third most spiritually influential person alive you've been listening to here all night. And my spirit says, none of that matters. Why would you even care? You're not any better than anybody else. Why would you even give a damn about a list like that? But my ego says, what do you mean, number 3? Who could possibly be more spiritually influential? And how can you find them and take them down? So I got Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, come on. I know I can take him. I mean, he had Oprah. She's only number 8 on the list. So I think I can get him down. In fact, we're doing a thing on the 29th of October together, streaming all over the world, and I'm going after his ass. And then there's the Dalai Lama. And then little Weedy Dyer. I figure maybe Eckhart and I can get together, we can knock off the Dalai Lama. Well, there's so many possibilities. You see how this is, this constant voice that's going back and forth, back and forth. And what I have found with this I am business is there's something, and I put it out here to remind me because I want to make sure you know about this. There's something called the Moses Code. And the Moses Code is very fascinating. We're putting this out as a separate CD, James Twyman and I, but it's not out yet. But on track 8 and 9 of this CD, they have taken the words in the original Hebrew that mean I am that I am, and they've been able to match them up with the exact sound. How they do it, I have no idea. But they have put them onto this Moses Code CD in track 8 and 9, and I meditate to this. It's yours. I meditate to this every single day. And I got my kids meditating to this. And you'll never hear a sound that is more peaceful and more capable. When I started doing this meditation, Anita showed up in my life. When I started doing this meditation, John of God showed up in my life. And the healing that has taken place and the good that I feel, I wouldn't even be here today talking on this stage and flying around the world the way I'm doing had I not had this experience, because I was thinking about, just resting and not doing these kinds of things. But I still got 2 people to take down. I got work to do. But anyway, it's available. It's track 8 is for a deeper meditation. When you hear that sound, in fact, James Twyman sent me the tuning fork, where they have the exact sound, and you'll hear it throughout and then there's music that goes with it. It's just a divine meditation, and we're putting it out. So this lady asked if she could have a copy, and she's got it. That's how things work. So, all I want to say by way of ending is that when we get to this place where we're not afraid to say, as Anita said, I am not only magnificent, but I am God. And I have a grander purpose. One of her purposes was to go back and help her husband to fulfill his. But another one of them was, and she has told me this in private conversations because we've become very close. I look at her, I don't know if any of you felt it when she was speaking. Could you feel there's almost like a tugging of the heart. Could you feel that with Anita? It just touched, just talking to her, having dinner with her, being around her. I know that she came back and came into my life in the most bizarre of ways, and encouraging her to write this book and putting her on stage with me and introducing her to the world, that she came back to teach all of us that there really is no such thing as death. We are all deathless. We are all birthless. We are all changeless. And when you really get that, the most remarkable healings. I mean, compared to what she had, a little bit of leukemia, that's like a hangnail compared to what this woman has gone through. And she's come back with a sense of her own magnificence and power and love and knowing that God is not an external concept. God is everything that we are. Patanjali put it this way. He said, when you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all of your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction. And you find yourself in a new and a great and a wonderful world. And then he said, dormant forces, that is, forces that you thought were dead, faculties and talents come alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. Because in every moment of your life, this choice is always there for you. You can either be a host to God or a hostage to your ego. It's your call.